What's good, YouTube? What's good? How you doing? Hope you're doing smooth and dandy and great and awesome. We're reacting to Fern again. We're talking about how hackers stole $1 billion from banks. That bank just had to suck. Cause how the heck do you just allow $1 billion to just go like that? That's crazy.
July 10th, 2016. Two men are walking into the entrance of a bank in Taipei. They're wearing medical masks and fisher hats. One of them guards the entrance, while the other stands in front of the ATM.
Feel you.
He doesn't do anything though. He doesn't withdraw money with a card, nor does he try to blow it up. He just waits. And then something curious happens. The ATM starts spitting out banknote after banknote. All he has to do is collect the money. As a stranger approaches, they immediately abort and leave.
Hello?
The stranger will find the cash just lying there. Even though it doesn't exactly look like it, he just walked into a massive heist. While those two men collected their money, 20 others did the same thing at other branches. This is just one puzzle piece of a larger operation, a 2-year-long sophisticated attack that shook the global financial system to its core. More than 100 banks in over 30 countries with stolen funds amounting to roughly $1 billion US. One of the biggest bank heists in history, orchestrated by hackers. The Carbanak Group. They are led by one elusive mastermind. But on this one night in Taipei...
So that means they didn't get caught. If he did, he would have named them right there. These people are still at large. It's over.
Hey, he and his team made a crucial mistake.
Never mind.
One that they would pay a heavy price for.
They got caught.
Carbanak was a game changer,
I lied.
I think.
Poof. The attackers, they have the password of the administrator. So at that point we knew that they were watching what we were doing.
It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
This video was created in cooperation with the 8th of April, a regular Tuesday. He works in
W Skip, top 5 skip of all time.
a Ukrainian bank. He's a well-respected employee, but he has a bad habit of not installing his Windows updates.
Oh shit.
As he sips his coffee and thinks about the receptionist he has a crush on, an email from his colleague pops in. It's from Sergey, his co-worker. The mail has a Word document attached. It translates into Compliance with Federal Law 115, dated
Hell, watch this video, let's go.
21/7/2014.
Trying to tell you.
Sounds important enough. Maxim clicks on it. He reads it, closes it, and continues his very ordinary workday. A few months later, Maxim is sitting in a meeting. His boss seems distraught. Some of his bank's ATMs started spitting out banknotes at seemingly random times of day. It seems like whoever was lucky enough to show up at the right time could just grab the money. The bank might be the victim of a cyber attack. The employees should act cautious and avoid suspicious emails. Emails, meetings, stress, colossal hacks. For many, it's the same story every day. What if you want to throw
Bro, is this an ad or not?
in the towel and build something of your own? Udo, honestly, no time. Object your favorite site. Life. If you're ready to... The bank hired Kaspersky
He did that all for an ad.
to...
Something.
He checks the hard disks of the affected ATMs north from the reveal. Kaspersky to invest and start building your own website.
That's actually insane. He did all that for an ad.
Kaspersky to investigate their problem.
Suddenly all your ATMs are empty. You know that something had happened.
This is Jort van der Wiel. He was part of the team on the case. He checks the hard...
He made it an interesting ad. He did build it up, because some people just get straight to it, build you and let you go into nothing. But like he did his thing with that. I thought it was a part of the story. He made it seem like it was an ad at first. I'm about to skip it. At this part, I was like, let me skip this, because he talking about his crush and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, it's over. And then he started building a story with it. He got it. That's fire. Not many people can do that.
disks of the affected ATMs for malware and fines. Nothing. Not one suspicious activity, not a single trail to follow. A few months later, van der Wiel gets a call in the middle of the night. It's 3 a.m. It's an account manager working for a large Russian bank. He says van der Wiel and his team need to call his IT guy ASAP. A couple of minutes later, one of van der Wiel's Kaspersky co-workers shows up at a bank in Russia. The IT guy on the site is panicking. Someone has gained control over their domain controller.
It's
That's
over.
the heart of their server network. If you control the domain controller in a Windows environment, you basically control everything. And without a good reason, it's sending data to China. The Kaspersky specialist starts to look for malware right away. Eventually, he finds a software that lets you watch and control a computer remotely. Could it be that the
That's
intruder is
insane.
watching them right now? He has an idea. He opens a Word document and writes the Russian word for hello. They wait for a few minutes. Nothing happens. Then, suddenly, the cursor moves, and letters appear. The hacker answered. He adds, in Russian, "You will not catch us." To which the Kaspersky employee replies, "We will catch you." No, you will not catch us.
That's
Okay.
insane.
It's on.
I'll just be like, send me a band and we fine. You know, help a brother out. They're not paying me enough over here. Or like, send me like even more than a band. But then I'd probably get cooked after that. They're gonna catch me. Yeah. Didn't think that through.
It will take some time, but eventually the Kaspersky team
I'm catching these niggas, man. It's the last thing I do.
finds the malware. It is similar to the Garburb Trojan. One configuration file of the malware is called Ananak, so the team decides to call it Carbonak. This incident at the Russian bank gave Van der Wiel and his colleagues hints about what is going on, and they link it all back to those hacked ATMs in Ukraine. Now they can reconstruct how the Carbonak hackers operate. So let's wind back. This is one of the Carbonak hackers. Again, it's the 8th of April, 2014. He already got into Sergey's email account, but he wants access to Maxim's computer. So he sends out this email with that attachment. The Word file exploits vulnerabilities in Microsoft Word to download malware that contains a backdoor. The hacker now has remote access to Maxim's computer. Next step, gain access to the whole network, and he knows exactly how to do it. The hacker installs a specific software on Maxim's computer, which slows it down, which in turn frustrates Maxim, so he calls IT to come by and check. By the time the IT guy comes over, the hacker has installed a keylogger. This way he will be able to see everything one types into Maxim's keyboard.
No,
The
that's
IT guy
crazy,
starts to
B.
investigate. To do so, he needs to type in his admin password, and bingo. The hacker got
If I
the
found
admin's
an ATM
password.
shooting a bunch of money
He
out, I'm
tries it out
grabbing
on the
that shit and
domain.
dipping. But that's just gonna be on camera. I think somebody did that, or that was something like, I think like a couple years back, there was like a money truck that like broke down, or a money plane that broke down. I think they got like dang near everybody that took the money on cam, and then like they had to return the money back, or they was gonna go to jail on some stuff. They gonna get you, bro. It's over. I would want to do it too, but you know, it's over. Ski mask. I don't know, bro. How technology is, bro. They'll find out who you are just from your eyes alone. I don't know. But people get away. People like just how good technology is for finding people. You can have it on your side to actually hide you as well. But I don't know. You gotta be really smart to make some stuff like that happen.
Controller. And yep, it's the same. Now he can go look for the computer in the network that controls the money transfers and the ATMs. But he doesn't attack right away. Instead, for months he silently observes the employees managing the transactions. Once he fully understands
You
the
can hide
process,
you can get
he
away with any
proceeds.
crime. Probably.
To steal the money, the Carbonak Group developed 3 different methods. One way is to transfer money from so-called transaction management accounts to their own accounts. To avoid suspicion, they raise the balances by the stolen amount beforehand, keeping the total unchanged. Since banks check accounts only every 10 hours, the transfers go unnoticed. Another way is to take control of specific ATMs to let them spill out banknotes right into the hands of money mules. These are men hired through the Moldovan mafia who collect the money and send it to their bosses. In exchange, they get to keep a small cut. The third method is the most sophisticated. The hackers set up a couple of bank accounts in the names of their money mules, including debit cards. Then they make sure they all have the same small amount on it, let's say $3.33. Then they update the bank's database, exchanging that $3.33 for $1 million. Suddenly, all the money mules have $1 million on their bank account. Now they just use their debit cards to withdraw the cash. As a side effect of the database update, some broke bank customers will suddenly find themselves to be millionaires.
That's insane.
The better the Kaspersky team understands the methods of the Carbonak Group, the more they begin to...
What are you doing if you wake up one day, Chad, and you just randomly find $1 million in your account? You just go check your account, you got $1 million. What you doing? I'm gonna be scared. You don't want it bad enough.
grasp how complex this operation is. Kaspersky
No,
teams
facts.
up with
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't spend it, because next thing you know, they take that money back, and then you spend. You say you spend at least like more money than what you had in your account before, and then like then they just take that million back. Next thing you know, your shit deep in the red. It's over.
Major European banks and various national law enforcement agencies to hunt them down. They're able to take down some of their servers, but then the hackers start using
Gambling
different
is
tools
crazy.
and continue to work under the radar.
But if you do win, you'd be good. You gotta get a hard lock bet. You gotta get a hard lock bet, and then you would be good. You would still have that million once they take it out if you do it the right way. Exactly. If you win, you keep the money, but some of that's just gonna get taxed. You're gonna be fried.
Beginning of 2015, Carbanak has robbed at least 100 financial institutions in almost 30 countries. Most of the victims are in
Give it to the
Russia,
casino
but also
guy.
in the US, China, and Europe. Within 2 years, they steal roughly $1 billion. They appear to be unstoppable until someone screws up.
Cook. Bobby.
The First Bank reported that over 70 million NT dollars was withdrawn illegally. The withdrawals were made in both Taipei and Taichung across 34 ATMs and 20 branches.
In July 2016, Carbanak attacks the so-called First Bank in Taipei, but the Taiwanese police are quick on their feet. Very quick.
我们从被盗领的 ATM 的影像先去调。
At least 500 police officers checking the CCTVs. We track all the footage from the ATMs and back to the hotels of all the suspects.
Dang, he got caught slipping. That's the same dude.
ATM 的影像先去调。
At
Fried.
least 500 police officers checking the CCTVs. We track all the footage from the ATMs and back to the hotels of all the suspects.
这一个车手的一个身份，陆陆续续，接下来3、4天的时间，全部把22位的一个身份
I actually understand some of this without even looking at the words. Because like I took Chinese, so I understood when he said 22. Like, you know, I could count to 100 in Chinese. Bet you didn't even know that. Can you? You can't.
22 money mules, most of them Russian, the rest from Eastern European countries. 19 of them successfully flee Taiwan, but 3 remain in the country. With
Why
the
would you
money.
stay in
Their
the
faces
country?
are all over the media.
You're fried. You got to get out of there as soon as possible, bro. You got to go dip off to like a country that doesn't have any allies. That's where you got to go. And just hope everything else is still good and dandy. You just dip off to a different country, bro, you're fine. Like, why'd you want to stay? You're cooked.
To escape, they have to get rid of the money somehow. One of them hides 2 sports bags with some of the money at the Dongku Park. He then flees to Yulong County and hides there. But he is caught and leads the police back to the sports bags. But instead of
Fried.
2, there is only 1 left. An elderly man found one of the bags and took it home.
He probably think that was fortune from God.
The police seize the second bag and search for the other money mules.
No.
A man called Bobby hides the rest of the money in 2 suitcases and stows them in 2 lockers at Taipei Central Station.
Bobby.
Shortly after, 2 other men
Welcome
from
back,
Eastern
Bryn.
Europe arrive in Taiwan and collect the suitcases from the main station.
How's your day going?
They go to a hotel to have brunch. As they sit down, they're interrupted by the police.
It's
Put
over.
down the knife, your fork, stay calm.
Damn, just imagine eating some food. You eating some bomb food. They probably went like, go get some bomb food, like some great food, like the best food in the country with how much money they got. And then the police officers come tap him on the shoulder, put it down. That's bad, bro.
Don't move. Resign the election with us.
That's good, Bryn.
They ask the men to take them to their hotel.
He didn't even get his food yet. Oh, he was starving probably too. He was probably working all day to get that money, and he probably finally got it. Finally did what he had to do, and then he was ready to eat. He got cooked.
Room.
Сколько у вас человек всего?
Здесь нас двое.
Нет, целая группа.
Чего группа?
Вот это преступление.
In their hotel room, law enforcement finds banknotes that are worth roughly 1.5 million US dollars.
Yo, that's insane.
The Taiwanese police managed to recover 90% of the stolen money. The 3 money mules are sentenced to a little over 4 years in prison.
4?
These guys are just
The hell? That's a slap on the wrist, damn near.
low-level operatives. But on the phone of one of the men,
It's how hackers stole $1 billion from banks.
Taiwanese police find pictures of stacks of money
Let's run it? What do you mean let's run it? Run what?
in various currencies. They also find emails from the suspected head of the Carbanak Group. Europol, the FBI, cybersecurity companies, and several authorities from different countries work tirelessly to find the Carbanak mastermind.
Grown
Little
man.
do they know he is hiding all the way across the globe, living a life in luxury.
Damn. The leader done got caught.
March 6, 2018. This is Dennis. He's Ukrainian, but now he lives with his wife and son in Alicante, Spain. He's a rather private person. He doesn't really leave the house. Right now, as per usual, he's coding new malware.
Wait. Mercs, the video you said to watch after this with the kids that stole money, was one of the kids Indian that was like living like a luxurious ass life and everybody knew, bro? Cause I think I seen that video.
He's one of the best of his trade. To keep a low profile, he does most of his
What do
spending
you mean
with
let's
Bitcoin.
do it?
At the time, he's worth 15,000 Bitcoins. In 2018, that was worth roughly $162 million.
Gosh,
Today, it
goodness.
would be more than $1 billion.
Gosh,
But there are some
goodness.
things that Bitcoin can't buy. Not a lot of car or house sellers like to be paid in digital
Bet.
currencies. So he needs to use real money to buy these, which leaves traces. This
He
is
got
what tipped
cooked.
off the police. They start to follow the money and eventually realize who he is.
No, that's what I'm saying. We got people hacking, scamming, robbing, stealing, all this shit, and I'm living a fucking normal life. I'm seeing fucking scammers wake up to their fucking third car of the fucking year already, and the year just started, and I'm cooked.
His laptop is still on and unlocked. The forensic team immediately starts to collect evidence. The authorities will seize 2 BMWs and jewelry, valued at $500,000.
I wonder what they do with those cars that they seize. Like, do they just sell them, or like what do they do with that? Cause like, what if another person just wanted to buy it? Cause the person that they stole it, they taking it from right now, they can't get it back. So technically, could I go get this car if I wanted it from the police? Imagine.
And of course, his Bitcoins. But the vast majority of the stolen $1 billion remains missing to this day.
Oh my gosh.
Dennis K. may have been the mastermind behind the Carbanak operation, but he certainly didn't work alone.
We think that it was quite a big team, at least between 10 and 30 people all together that was able to pull this scheme off.
You can find the same piece of code being used by different groups, and it's very hard as a security researcher to know the difference which group is using what code, because the code is very similar. It's very hard to arrest a piece of code.
In late 2018, 3 Ukrainians were arrested who were allegedly involved as well.
Damn.
The Carbanak malware still exists today. The
Damn.
hackers who use it go by many names: Fin7, Joker's Dash, Carbon, and Cobalt Spider.
Damn.
Experts suspect that those Russian cybercriminals are given free rein by the Russian government in order to
Hello?
cause chaos in the Western world. Maxim's bank lost millions. As we know now, this could have easily been avoided. The Carbanak Group exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Word, one that had already been fixed 3 years prior, but Maxim was too distracted to install those Windows updates.
He was simping way too much, got too locked in on that girl that didn't care about him, and then he got cooked. He got everybody cooked. Stay locked in, chat. Thank you for watching, YouTube. Don't be like Maximus. Loser.